New video. In this video, we're going to be talking about Target and if it's going to actually be restocking the PlayStation 5 tomorrow or in the next few days or not. There's a lot of things I want to go and talk about, a lot of things to go and cover, a lot of information to go and showcase, some employee information, some other restocker information. Basically, we just have a lot of things floating around when it comes to Target. And I'm sure a lot of you guys maybe have questions on it. I'm going to try my best to ramble on into it as well and also give all the proper sources out there all the credit they deserve, all that good stuff, because I just want you guys to go get your consoles ASAP. So let me go take out my headphones. There's a little bit of a squeak on that, so hopefully that won't happen anymore. But anyway, guys, so we have a lot of stuff to go and cover, a lot of speculation to go and cover, and just a lot when it comes to Target itself. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. If any of you guys are brand new, make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on as well. Come and join our brand new giveaway. If you guys want to, just use the link tree down below to enter on in and subscribe to the other channels for some bonus entries. As well, we have the Amazon links down below for the PS5 disc, digital, and controllers. If you guys want to go check and see for warehouse sales or controllers or whatever. Of course, the Twitter and Twitch stream, if you guys would like to follow up on either or. And of course, sign up for Weeble, deposit $100. You guys go get free stock, free money. Coinbase, you guys go buy $100 worth of any cryptocurrency. Just be careful, and you go get free Bitcoin as well. Always linked down below. Without further ado, let's go dive in the video itself. So, really quick recap. If you guys saw, Target actually is doing a lot of different changes. We've mentioned this before, but when it comes to Target, we basically are noticing that they did a Xbox Series X and S restock today. We did go and see them go and release up a lot of different stock. We saw quite a few people go get consoles, and that is definitely leading up to the issue of, is the Target going to restock tomorrow or on Thursday, etc. for the PS5? So far, right now, we're actually having a little bit of inconclusive information. So I'm going to I had to burp. Show you guys all the information we actually have so far and kind of give you guys what my thoughts are for all of this. I would actually probably go give Target maybe like a 40-35% chance, a little bit on the lower side of it actually restocking tomorrow morning or maybe throughout Thursday. I do want to go and say there is a chance. I would probably say, though, if it was me, I'm probably not going to be waking on up to go and see if the drop happens or not. But if you guys are usually awake anyway, I'd maybe say it might be worth it to at least be aware of it, be on top of the website, be on top of Twitter alerts or whatever to go and see if you actually do have any restocks happening. For California, it's a little bit harder as well because there is always that YOLO chance. I almost want to say if there is going to be a drop throughout these next 1 or 2 days, it might just be more of a lower end drop based on stock availability, employee information we've been covering throughout the past few days or so too as well, because we've actually had confirmations that we've seen employees actually have stock. We actually have our own Target employees reached out that there physically is stock there. And I'm going to show you guys up some other things too as well besides just what I'm saying, because you guys can just whatever. I always like when I can show other stuff too as well, so I'm not just like heebie-jeebing on random stuff. But we basically do know that there is stock, just very, very low amounts of stock. As well, we also do know that they did drop the Xbox, so at least we do know that Target is moving stuff, they're processing stuff, and they're basically trying to make sure everything is like, you know, being sent on out. So as of right now, we do know quite a few Target stores have very small amounts of stock, but I would say in comparison of all the previous restocks, they are not looking very, very big. So that's why I'm kind of assuming that if anything, they may go and actually have another restock later on throughout the maybe like next week or so, but there's always that small chance it does drop there not the next few days. So I want to go touch on a few things too as well. So major good shout out over here to Matt and Jake, who are doing the little like Twitter, like I guess press conference type thing. I don't know, it was kind of cool, but basically they actually had some additional information, not to steal the thunder. I just want to give him credit and let you guys know. I'm sure he'd probably touch on it himself or up on Twitter or whatever, but basically did go and confirm that there was like around 1,000 consoles that got sent on out, and that is very, very low numbers. I personally have not heard that myself. I just don't have a good warehouse contact at all. I wish I did. But when it comes to that stuff, we are at least seeing consoles moving out. But once again, when it comes to the overall stock numbers, they just don't seem that big. They don't seem that huge. And in comparison to previous drops, we usually more look at like around like 15 to 20 PS5 consoles. We also usually have a few PS5 digitals, and I've like barely been seeing any digital stock moving around when it comes to Target. So it does kind of take down the likelihood of a drop happening throughout the next few days. Once again, I want to remind you guys, it always could go and still drop. So be on the lookout. I'm just kind of giving you guys all the information we're seeing as of right now. So also another example too, we showed this up a few days ago from Panda Restocks. That actually does have stock stuff from actual employees themselves, which they do have just a lot of out of stock, one on hand, out of stock. This is the digital, and then here's the PS5 disc. We showed this a little bit ago. 1 on hand, 3 on hand, out of stock, 2 on hand, 17 on hand, 1 on hand, out of stock, out of stock, out of stock. So this was a few days ago, and ever since then, we probably have seen a little bit more movement when it comes to stock and restocks or whatever. But as you guys can probably even tell just from a few days ago, we've only seen one major store with drop numbers that we're usually expecting, anything above, say, like at least 5. And also all this information, we haven't seen anything else as well. And as well, when it comes to even Jake himself, he had this tweet out earlier on today that even had like the out of stock, 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 out of stock. But they did also go and confirm that even though there was out of stocks, there was stock actually available in the Target stores, and that is very correlative to what we're actually hearing ourselves from all of our Target employee leaks, where they actually do have small amounts of stock available in the stores themselves, just not as big as we've usually seen from previous drops. So once again, there's a small chance they could have a proper restock. It does look unlikely for tomorrow and the next day. Just letting you guys know, there is still a chance though. It just does seem like if it will, it might be more on a regional side or a smaller stock side, or maybe it just completely blows us out of the water and we just have maybe just like, they just send out like a bajillion consoles in the next 2 days or so and kind of get a lot of stock moving. But as of right now, from my contacts, other PS5 restockers, etc., we just are not necessarily seeing a 100% chance of Target restocking, mainly just from stock availability and all that stuff. So I myself personally am probably going to sleep in at least tomorrow. Like I say, like as of like sleeping tonight into tomorrow, we could maybe go and see more information Wednesday into Thursday. And of course, like I mentioned, there is always that small chance that we could actually have a restock happening either way, just smaller or maybe just more random, or just maybe information just we cannot see. Or they're also hiding the information as well, like from a Target themselves. But just letting you guys know, we haven't seen more official stuff. I do believe, just based on other statements from other people, the leaks we're seeing, the Wario comments, the actual Xbox like in-store pickup only, not like a proper restock event like how they're trying to do with the PS5. It does kind of seem like they're in like this weird limbo, as I've mentioned many times, where they either want to do walk-ins or they want to just more like, you know, just not have to do with online events or whatever. So it does seem really weird and strange in how they're going to do this drop, and it just doesn't kind of seem like they have that much inventory for us to go and sell and buy. But once again, I don't want to be that guy that's like, it's 100% not going to restock, mainly just because we just don't know. Like I truly don't know myself. So just letting you guys know that there is a good chance it's there. It's just not 100% confirmed, and also a little bit more on the unlikely side as well, especially with them just doing an Xbox restock. I could also almost maybe see the Target, like big boy, the head of chain or whatever, being like, hey, let's go and observe how the Xbox consoles do. Let's see how fast they sell out. Let's see how the stores manage people walking on in. Let's go and see how long it takes for them to get the stock, 1 or 2 days, 3 days, etc. How long they sit on stock, and basically if the website has any issues or botting issues, scalping issues, or whatever. Basically, kind of have a chance to observe everything up for Xbox, and it would make a lot of sense too, because the PS5 is more sought after and is usually bought out more and faster. So we can kind of use them as like a reference to kind of see like how good these might go work for the future. But like I said, if the Target drop is looking really weird, mainly because we just don't have all the information we want to go and see, and all the information we do see doesn't seem that good. But I do want to reiterate and remind you guys again, we have had multiple different Target employees reach out and say that there is small amount of stocks there. We've seen other restockers confirm that. We've had other people like in the community also confirm that. And the only major thing we're just kind of waiting for is when or if they will restock and how big that restock is. Now, my guesstimates as well, I'd probably say we'll definitely keep a little bit of a big lookout tomorrow and kind of see if we see any more stock or employee leaks, Target leaks, or whatever. I'd probably go and say, if I had to guess, maybe next week, mainly because off of next week, it just makes sense. We are seeing stock moving already, so they're kind of preparing it, like pre-prepping it a little bit. But I definitely want to go and say that it does seem like it'd be more likely for the next week time, just based on how you guys can even see this. Like it just says out of stock, out of stock, out of stock. So maybe a little bit closer, we'll have a chance to go and see more stock availability throughout the next few days, possibly the weekend. Typically the weekends right before the next major restocks happen, we do see a lot of movement. And I would also almost want to say that it might look a little bit more on the unlikely side, just because of Xbox already restocking like 2 days ago. Or I guess technically that wasn't even 2 days ago, like yesterday, this morning. You guys know what I mean. It's weird because like it's in the morning, whatever. I'm just dumb. But anyway, like I said, just be on the lookout regardless. There is still a good chance. I personally don't think so, but I've also been wrong before. Actually, I'm not really wrong that often, but more so maybe like by a 1 day period or whatever. You guys know what I mean. But just be aware, be cautious. There is a good chance they could go and restock. We are seeing small amounts of stock. We also have been seeing a little baby bit of rumors for the Target walk-ins, which would also maybe make sense too if they have any small individual stock or whatever that may get sold, or they may have the managers or employees also go and restock it, either or. We just have to be on the lookout and go and see. So letting you guys know there is a chance. It's not looking that good though. We're low on the stock just based on all the information we see. Although we also did mention how we saw that Jake did say that there was some warehouse movement going on. So that also can maybe bump up the likelihood the next like 1 or 2 days or so. Just be on the lookout. Usually Target does restock very early in the morning, typically around like the 7 to 8 a.m. range, which is really bad for all the California boys because it's like around the 5 to 6 range or so. So it's up to you guys. I'm probably going to keep my sleep in at least for tonight, but I don't want you guys to go and blindly listen to me and then go lose your consoles and blame me. So do whatever you guys think is right. I'm just letting you guys all know it looks a little bit more on the unlikely side, at least for tomorrow, but maybe up on Thursday or maybe next week we can see more information. But like I said, you guys can let me know tomorrow morning. I'll give you guys a quick little reminder too as well in the morning video, and we'll kind of go from there. But thank you guys all so much for watching. Make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on, subscribe with the giveaway with the link tree link down below, as well check on the Amazon links for the PS5s, the consoles, the controllers, all that good stuff. Twitter and Twitch stream if you guys want to follow, and of course the Weeble. Sign up for Weeble, deposit $100. You guys go get free stock, free money. Coinbase, you guys go buy $100 worth of any cryptocurrency. You guys go and get that free Bitcoin. I appreciate you guys all so much for existing, and I'll see you guys up later on throughout tomorrow for some more good old videos. Love you guys.